Peace and greetings, goddesses, witches, brujas, fairies, magical, divine kingdom. Peace and greetings, goddess Queen Jamila here. Before you do anything else, before we go anywhere else, like, subscribe, share, all the things. Okay? So, I am holding my phone, so bear with me. And today I'm really just talking about the changes and the things that are new and that are happening for me in my life coaching career after 10 years that are new. So many of you know that I've been a life coach since 2011. I might have coached you. You might be here because you want some coaching tips in terms of becoming a coach yourself. Or you just might want to get updated and see what's going on with me. But it's been a really, really great journey. And I will say this, about 6 years ago, I started sitting in ceremony. I started sitting with shamans, priests, priestesses, those who can take me on a journey. And I sat with the medicines ayahuasca. I sat with psilocybin, which is also known as shrooms. I've sat with Shanga. I've sat with Kambo. I've sat with Sananga. I've sat with many, many different plant medicines. And I talk about it extensively in my book, Goddess Awakening, which you can download on Audible. But one of the things that just resonates with me and that stands out to me is how different it is now in the plant medicine space than it was years ago. Meaning, when I first started sitting down with these plant medicines, people were looking at me strange. Okay? People were looking at me super strange. Those who were in my neighborhood are familiar with marijuana and weed. I'm not into marijuana. But when I told them, yeah, I'm going to sit with mushrooms, they were like, who does that? Like it was white people stuff. And so it was very weird, very strange, very odd to them that I would be doing that for spiritual purposes. I visited Atlanta probably about 3 years ago now. And when I visited, so many people were on the plant medicine train. So many people were sitting with shrooms and sitting with this and doing that and having ceremonies. As a matter of fact, my former shaman led many journeys after working with me, led many journeys for Erykah Badu. So there's just a lot of, it's more common now to see people who are willing to talk about psychedelics and journeying with psychedelics and utilizing psychedelics in their spiritual journey. I remember when one of my sacred sisters, when I suggested that she come and do a ceremony with me, she was like, oh no, I can't. I would never be able to do that. I'd be up a wall. And now she is advising others to do psychedelic journeys. So it's just a full circle moment for me in seeing how, again, many of the things that I got critiqued for in my life, being odd, people would say it's odd, it's not normal, it's weird, that it's more common now than I could have imagined. Other things in the past were things like becoming vegan, homeschooling my kids, leaving the States, those things. People would say, that's weird. Now look at where we are. So there's so many different changes. And one of the things that I will say is, having been in the space of life coaching for over 10 years, I will say that I have learned so much from sitting in ceremony, sitting with these plants, being in a space where I can go on a spiritual journey, where I can commune with the divine, where I can ascend to other dimensions. ceremony is a full-bodied experience. It's a full-bodied experience. All of your senses are present with you on your journey. And it's so important that you make sure you choose the right person to journey with. It's so important that you make sure that you have vetted the medicine and you're sitting with the right plant for your journey. And that you've identified what you really want from it, that you've identified how you are looking to ascend, looking to go to your next level. What is the goal? What is the intention? Right now, at this particular stage in my life, I will say that taking over the duty of leading others in ceremony has become something that I enjoy, something that I find joy in. I find peace in it. I find reverence in it. I got certified or initiated last year as an Iyanifa in Nigeria. And being a priestess is no easy journey, simply because there's so much to do, there's so much to learn, there's so many people to heal. It's a big undertaking. And I now see how valuable it is in the role that I am in currently to really just find joy, in what I'm doing, and find joy in what you're doing. Find joy in assisting you on the journey. Working as a coach means that there's a longer process for development, for understanding, for implementation. There's a longer process. But with ceremony is a much quicker process, and it's a lot deeper. We're going to the roots. The medicine that I work with most often is psilocybin. Psilocybin is also known as mushrooms, and mushrooms is also known as fungi. And fungi is a very, very, very deep ancestral plant. Oh, I love fungi. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. I talk about fungi being nurtured by the moon. It's a definite moon, nurtured kind of plant. Because think about fungus. They like to be in dark spaces. They thrive off of being in the dark. They're not an outside sunflower. They're in the dark, growing and winding and learning and understanding. And they're so old. Fungi are so old. So especially for women, fungi reconnects us to our moon mother, and reconnects us to that's the mother that we have, who connects us to our womb space as well. There's so much to say about the moon, but I'm just going to stick with fungi and say that fungi, psilocybin, mushrooms, they are my gateway, my pathway, my route, my healing modality to ascending, to expanding, to growing, to flourishing. And I want to invite you. To come and sit with me and to undertake that journey, to sit with yourself, to go on a journey into yourself. I always talk about that deep dive. It's like going into a cave, and I'm holding a light, right? We're journeying together so that you don't have to go by yourself, but it's a very big and beautiful portion of the spiritual evolution. After life coaching, after this, after that, ceremony. So that's a really big change and a really big update to my services that I'm now offering. Cue the congratulatory confetti. So that is something that I wanted to share with you, how my practice is changing, how me as a life coach, I am evolving, and what I have now added on to my service list. If you want to travel to the continent and sit in ceremony with me, you can absolutely book a ceremony. And there are times that I do travel to the continental U.S. So that's also an option too. So excited to share that with you. Again, you can like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Feel free to leave a message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. All right. Peace. Take care.